Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing next Monday's fixture here from Fanny Bay, which will of course be Anzac Day, the 25th of April. Not surprisingly for this time of the year, the fields are on the light side, with 30 acceptors in the 5 races carded. However, as this is the last meeting before the Alice Springs Cup weekend, numbers in the top end in May are expected to improve as we head towards the Darwin Cup Carnival in July and August. The first race of the 5 is timed to go at 2:52 p.m, while the last is scheduled to jump at 5:23 p.m, a little earlier than our last meeting here pre-Easter. In the first, the 2-up Trobus Class 2 Handicap over 1,300 metres. My numbers are 1, 5 and 6. Going here with the top weight, number 1, Real Reason from the stable of Tayan Halter and Paul Shires in the saddle. Resumed here on the 7th of April after a couple of months without a run, and on that occasion finished a very good second in the hands of Stacey Callow. The apprentice probably should have won, was very unlucky, never got much room in the home straight, dashed home late to be beaten less than half a length behind Wildfire Rose. That was over 1,000 metres. The step to the 1,300 should suit Real Reason ideally. He hasn't won at the trip, but he has finished second once from 3 starts, and it's right up his alley, the 1,300 metres, and I've got him on top, number 1. To beat number 5, Dream Weaver from the stable of Chris Pollard. Jared Todd takes the mount here, and a second last time out was a good effort. That was behind First Crusade here on the 14th of April, so our last meeting. Goes up and trip for the first time tackling the 1,300, but judged on the way it went last time out, must be right in the party here. And in for third, number 6, Ghetto from the stable of Phil Cole. Wayne Davis aboard. A good third here the other day behind Looking For You in benchmark 54 grade. That was over this trip. So must be included in your multiples. In the first, my numbers are 1, 5 and 6. The second, the Lest We Forget Handicap, this over 1,200 metres for the benchmark 54 gallopers, a field of 5 to go around here, and my numbers are 3, 1 and 2. Noble War resumes from a spell, hasn't raced since the 11th of December when it was a winner. On that occasion beating Mr Boom Jangles over 1,300. Trained by Tayan Halter, could be in for a good day again, Tatey. And to be ridden by Jade Hampson. Wasn't it great to see Jade at her first day's riding and her first ride at our meeting here on the 14th of April, win aboard Pointo's Pick. She has got a full book this week, the 5 rides, Jade, and claims the 4 kilograms, of course. That brings Noble War right into this, 60 kilograms down to 56. First up, and a tried horse from the sale of almost 12 months ago. I think it can make a winning return to racing. Number 3 on top. Ahead of 1, Rich Sun, the last start winner from the stable of Gary Clark. Jared Todd takes the mount again. 1 over this trip and in this grade, beating Toorak Road. That was on the 7th of April, so about 3 weeks ago, just a tick under, and must be hard to beat here. And in for third, number 2, None Emerald from the stable of Jason Manning. Vanessa Arnott aboard. Last 2 runs have been in 64 grade. 4th placings, 1 behind Narrative Star, 1 behind Mighty Mert. So drops in grade here and was a winner the previous start in this grade. So another one that must be considered a good chance. In the second, my numbers are 3, 1 and 2. The third, the Light Horseman Handicap, this one over the 1,200 for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Another 5-horse field here. But my word, it's a really tough race to pick. Any of the 5 could win without causing any surprise whatsoever. I've settled on the numbers of 5, 1 and 3. Going here with 5, Al Magnificence from the stable of Phil Cole, Wayne Davis aboard. Was a winner here on the 19th of March in 0 to 58 grade. And then last time out, third to Mighty Mert. That was in 0 to 76 grade. So a big drop back from the 76 to the 64. Was beaten on that occasion only a length and a half. Has won at the trip before from 11 starts. So I think in this really competitive little lineup will be hard to beat. Number 5 on top for me. Ahead of the stablemate, number 1, Brother Bassie. Phil Cole trains. Adam Nichols takes the mount here, 60.5 kilograms to carry. First start in the top end was a third, and that was in 0 to 70 grade behind the very smart Poopy. And that was on the 14th of April, over the 1,000 metres. The 1,200 should suit better. Got back in the running last time and hit the line strongly, did Brother Bassie. So could be a Cornella coming up for Phil Cole. And in for third, number 3, Blue Ant from the stable of Tom Logan and Sonia Wiseman aboard. 1-2 starts back in good style in 0 to 70 grade. Then last time out was a little disappointing, I thought, in 76 grade behind Mighty Mert. drops back in grade significantly, as do a number of them in this race, and must go in the numbers. So in a really tough race, the other two can't be left out either, Defence Attorney and Razoo. Razoo's a last start winner, for goodness sake, but really tough little race, but I've settled on 5, 1 and 3. The fourth, the Anzac Day Handicap, is the 1100 benchmark NT, so our highest graded race of the day. I think it's a benchmark 72, this one. Another 5-horse field. My numbers are 4, 3 and 1. Poopee, 2 starts in Darwin, 2 really good wins, trained by Tom Logan. Sonia Wiseman in the saddle again. Last time out was the 14th of April here. Absolutely bolted in over 1,000 metres. Steps up to the 1100, but don't worry about that one at 1100, the previous start. Up in grade and up in trip, but such is the way it's been going. It won by nearly 8 lengths the other day and ran really good time. Must be hard to beat again. Obviously the toughest to beat is the unbeaten horse in Darwin. 3 starts in Darwin, 3 wins in number 3, Bell's Banner. Resuming here from the Gary Clark stable, Jared Todd aboard. Last started when winning here on the 1st of January. Beat Mr. Cashman on that occasion. As I say, 3 starts here, 3 wins. 1100 first up, maybe not ideal, maybe 1,000 would be better, but that said, very smart, goes very quick. Should be plenty of pace on in this race. And in for third, number 1, Kronos. Jade Hampson rides, takes the 4 kilos off. Philip Cole trains. Really good second here the other day behind Mighty Mert. That was over 1,200 metres. The drop back 100 metres shouldn't worry Kronos, and as I mentioned, there'll be plenty of pace on here with Papalette and Valentina Starr, the other 2 runners here. So they'll go hard, but I've settled on 4, 3 and 1. And in the last, the Thank You Defence Personnel Handicap. My word, don't they do a great job, the defence personnel in Australia. And this 1100 as well for the 0 to 58 gallopers. Numbers here 2, 1 and 3. First Crusade, first start in Darwin the other day, was really good winning in the hands of Paul Shires. Takes the mount again. First Crusade won over 1100. Same trip, same grade. I think it'll be the same result. Number 2 on top for me, First Crusade. To beat number 1, Chief Mondo, trained by Gary Clark. Jared Todd aboard. Good third here last time out behind Wildfire Rose. Goes up and trip. Don't think that'll worry Chief Mondo. And in for third, number 3, Wildfire Rose. Was a good winner here, beating Real Reason last time out. That was on the 7th of April. Goes up and trip a little bit. Phil Cole, Wayne Davis, the combo. Good race to finish the card over the 1100 metres. My numbers 2, 1 and 3. Best bet of the day. Let's start on the right note. Race 1, number 1, Real Reason. Really unlucky here the other day. The 1300 should suit ideally. Paul Shires aboard. Race 1, number 1, Real Reason, the best bet. Well, the best roughies in the last. Race 5, number 7, Simply Inspiring, from the stable of Chris Nash. Only had the 1 run here in Darwin. Wasn't the worst run either. Sonia Wiseman rides, so we'll put that in as our best roughie of the day. Incidentally, our last meeting here, we got the roughie up, First Crusade, and our best bet was Poopee. So let's hope we can do something similar again on Anzac Day. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again in advance of our next meeting in a fortnight's time, or just under a fortnight. That meeting on the 7th of May. And all the best of luck to those participants for the Alice Springs Cup weekend upcoming. And until next time, good luck and good punting.